Roosters lock up Origin star Robert Toia. But another gun is quitting the NRL. Angus Crichton code switch. In the golden haze of a Sydney spring afternoon, where the harbor's sparkle mirrors the unyielding ambition of a club that's bled tricolours for generations, one signature sealed a rising star's fate, while another heart whispered farewell to the game that forged him. Robert Toia's recommitment to the Roosters isn't just ink on paper. It's the defiant pulse of a dynasty betting on its bloodlines. But Angus Crichton's quiet pivot toward Union's open fields reveals the poignant truth. True legends don't cling to one code. They chase the horizon that calls their soul home, leaving echoes that reshape both worlds they touch. It unfolded on November 28, 2025, a day etched in Bondi's blue skies, as the Roosters' announcements rippled from their headquarters like stones skipped across the waves. Robert Toia, the 21-year-old Tongan powerhouse whose breakout 2025 season had thundered through Suncorp with Origin ferocity, inked a deal to 2029. A $2 million testament to a boy from Redcliffe's dusty fields who'd risen from ACL tears and jaw fractures to maroon immortality in just 10 NRL games. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Sport Talk content. Toia's path had been a crucible, signed at 14 from the Roosters Academy, shuttling between Brisbane and Sydney like a prodigy chasing his shadow. His debut against the Broncos in round 1 was electric. 100 kilograms of explosive grace crashing lines, scoring 7 tries in 22 outings, clinching Dally M Rookie of the Year. By May, Billy Slater's call for Origin Game 1 left him speechless, a prank he thought until the Maroons jersey draped his shoulders. Now, extending felt like destiny's exhale, the club that nurtured him through pain, now cradling his prime. Across the same desk, shadows lengthened for Angus Crichton, the 29-year-old enforcer whose NSW Blues steel and Kangaroos grit had anchored Bondi's forward pack for 7 seasons. Off contract at 2026's end, whispers of his code switch had simmered since schoolboy union days at Scots College, NSW School's XV, Australian schoolboys, a prodigy lured to league's grit only to feel Union's pull anew. Reports swirled of Japanese riches and Wallabies dreams. A pivot not born of discontent, but a soul's reckoning with the 15-man game's tactical poetry. The turning point crystallized in a quiet Roosters presser, sunlight slanting through Allianz windows like hesitant spotlights. Toia, eyes bright with the fire of the unbroken, gripped the table's edge and declared, "This club's home. The trust from Robbo, the boys, even Friendy and Albo in the academy days. It's what pulled me through the dark bits. 2025 gave me wings. Now I'm starving to soar higher." The room, packed with journos and juniors, erupted in applause, a wave of maroon pride crashing over a kid who'd honored his Tongan roots and Queensland heart in equal measure. Crichton's shadow fell softer, in a harborside cafe where he met his manager, the city's hum a backdrop to his measured words. "League's given me everything. The grand final, Origin nights that still give me chills. Brothers for life," he confided, voice steady as the tide. But the pull was undeniable. Union's space for his schoolboy flair, a Wallabies shot at the 2027 World Cup on home soil, perhaps even Japan's lucrative leagues where his power could dominate. No ultimatums, just a man at the crossroads, weighing family, his wife Chloe, their newborn son on the way, against the game's endless demands. Teammates encircled Toia like sentinels, Victor Radley clapping his back with a grin. "You're the future, mate. Keep crashing 'em like you did in Perth." The locker room, still scented with 2025's finals sweat, buzzed with plans. Billy Smith, back from injury, sketching backline shapes with Toia at the core, a tricolor spine unbreakable till 2029. For Crichton, the farewells were tender. Spencer Leniu pulling him aside post-training. "Wherever you run next, brother, your Roosters blood. Just come back for a beer." The news cascaded like a harbor bridge cascade. Toia's extension first a ripple of triumph on social feeds. #Toia2029 exploding with fan montages of his Origin bursts, juniors in Redcliffe painting murals of his goose step under floodlights. By evening, Crichton's code switch murmurs hit like a southerly. Crichton to Union, trending from Tamora's wheat fields to Tokyo's neon, clips of his schoolboy tries weaving into Kangaroos highlights. Fans torn between pride and ache. Across the code, it deepened the lore. Rugby League's iron grip loosening to Union's embrace, echoing Suaalii's 2024 leap and Manu's French Odyssey. For Toia, a Tongan descendant in a club of Pacific pioneers, it affirmed the Roosters Academy as a forge for Pacific stars. Smith, Suaalii, now him, blending Brisbane grit with Sydney polish. Crichton's tilt, a nod to the game's fluidity, where NSW's blue blood runs 13 or 15 deep, his potential Wallabies arc a bridge for cross-code dreamers. In pubs from Bondi to the Barrier Reef, reactions swelled. Toia's deal toasted with schooners. He's the next Meninga. Crash and carry. For Crichton, quiet vigils. Blues fans in blue jerseys posting letters. Go chase the stars, Angus. You've bled for us here. The NRL's 2025 finals ghosts lingered. Roosters' 8th place heartbreak fueling Toia's hunger, while Crichton's Ashes tries in England whispered of untapped realms. This dual dawn at Bondi unveils rugby's tender underbelly, the joy of retention's roots, the sorrow of farewell's flight. Toia's lock-in speaks to sportsmanship's quiet code, loyalty as the ultimate tackle, a young gun repaying the faith that healed his fractures. Crichton's switch? Not quitting, but evolution. A warrior seeking pastures where his intellect and power can paint broader canvases, reminding us that legacy isn't chained to one field. It probes deeper. In a game of fleeting primes, what does it mean to stay versus stray? Toia embodies the former, resilience as his religion, the Roosters' belief his scripture, turning academy whispers into origin roars. Crichton, the latter's poet, humility in honoring league's gifts, growth in daring the unknown, values that transcend turf, family first, fire undimmed. Reflection settles like mist on the harbor. Humanity in these moments isn't the scoreboard's glare, but the heart's hidden plays. The son of Tongan migrants choosing home over riches, the NSW enforcer trading tackles for tries in foreign skies. Sportsmanship blooms in their choices. Toia's vow to keep improving a blueprint for juniors. Crichton's pivot, a lesson in courage's quiet leap. These paths mirror our own, clinging to the familiar or charting the untraveled, always with grace. Toia's extension fortifies a dynasty. Crichton's switch seeds new myths, both threads in rugby's eternal tapestry, where codes collide not as rivals, but as chapters in one grand narrative. Weeks later, at a sun-dappled Roosters fan day, Toia knelt amid wide-eyed kids from Nudgee College, his old haunt, a football in his massive hands. I broke twice, ACL, jaw, the lot, he said, voice warm as Queensland sun. But the club stitched me back, believed when I wobbled. This deal? It's my promise. I'll crash harder, run cleaner, for every kid here dreaming big. He grinned, eyes alight with the 2029 horizon. Origin was magic, but it's the trust that fuels me. Hungry? Mate, I'm ravenous. For premierships, for pride, for proving the academy right. Crichton, from a windswept Sydney cliff, shared his crossroads in a raw Instagram live, Chloe's hand in his, the city sprawling below like possibilities. League's my forge. Grand finals, blues nights that scar your soul sweet, he reflected, gaze distant toward Union's fields. But at 29, with a little bloke coming, I crave the space to think, to create. Japan's call or Wallabies whistle, who knows?